Hello again, everyone. Deflect here for But Fair Gaming. It is coming up to the second week reset, and there's been some information drop, and that is buffs and nerfs for different classes. So let's go over that and see what is happening. We'll start at the top. So this is upcoming tomorrow reset. And there it is, what everyone has been waiting for. Vengeance Demon Hunter nerf, and it is specifically to the sigils. So this is Sigil of Silence duration reduced to 4 seconds, was 5. So that's a quite a bit of a nerf there. And Sigil of Silence cooldown increased to 90 seconds, was 60. Another big nerf. And Cycle of Binding now reduces sigil cooldowns by 2%. 2 seconds per trigger, was 3 seconds, and soul cleave damage reduced by 8%. So that is quite a bit. That's quite substantial to the silence. It's not to any other sigil. It's not to misery. It's not the other one, but that is a big nerf to the DH sigil. Balance Druid. Set bonus now increases the damage of your next Wrath or Starfire by 50%, was 30. Set bonus now reduces the astral power cost of your next Star Surge or Starfall by 30, was 15, and increases its damage by 60, was 40. So just a natural buff all around to the tier set. Brewmaster. I don't understand this, but Brewmaster technically is the worst tank in the game, or the least played, and the least eye level, I believe, or not eye level, IO. And they are reducing the damage of Keg Smash by 10%. They're reducing Spinning Crane Kick damage by 10%. Summoning White Tiger Statue damage reduced by 30%. And then the effectiveness of Stagger against magical attacks increased by 45. This is a welcome change. Hugely welcome change. And Healing Sphere, healing increased by 10%. Welcome change. I do a lot of healing with Healing Sphere, which is great. A buff to that is great. I don't know why you're nerfing the damage on the worst tank in the game. That doesn't make sense to me because you need a reason to play Brewmaster. And if everyone's doing the same damage, nobody plays Brewmaster because Brewmaster is a tank that's known for damage, and that's why you play them. I also play mine because I enjoy it, but that's what I'm playing this year for my tank, or not this season. So this season I am focused on Monk in general, and Brewmaster is one of them. Next, Rogue Assassination. Ability and auto attack damage increased by 6%. Fix an issue that caused Assassination Rogue Season 3/4 bonus to do slightly less damage than intended. So, I'm assuming they're just doing more with their tier set. Sure. Warlock Affliction. Doom Blossom damage increased by 10%. Vile Taint damage increased by 25. Soul Flame increased by 20. And Soul Rot by 5. This is what I don't understand. This is more the single target, so I don't know if they have a plan on nerfing the AoE, but Destruction Warlock, Chaos Bolt is getting an increase. Destruction is already basically the top DPS in big pulls because they do crazy AoE damage, and now they're going to do even better single target. 3%, 5%, 5%. So what's going on? Fury Warriors still doing pretty decent damage. They're getting a 3% buff. 4-piece rampage damage and crit strike chance increased by 15%, was 12, so 3% there. And bloodthirst bonus damage increased to 35 per stack, was 30. Prot Warrior. A goal for these changes is to reduce Prot Warrior's deaths to dangers that are most likely to kill them, like burst or magic damage. There are some talents that warriors have for protection against these threats, like Disrupting Shroud, Bolster, Battle Scared Veteran, but it can be difficult to find those talent points for them to provide more build flexibility, reducing the power of the Battering Ram talent and moving its damage and defensive benefits into core abilities. We're also increasing damage across the board and buffing some defensive talent options. I thought Warrior was one of the better damaging tanks out there, and now they're getting 5% all ability. Devastator damage increased by 30. Ignore pain healing increased by 6. Disrupting Shout cooldown reduced to 75 seconds, was 90. Enduring Alacrity increased stamina and armor by 10, was 5. Haste by 2 was 1. Battery Ram now increases auto attack damage and speed by 10 for 20 seconds, was 20%. So I find it a little interesting there. That I don't know. It seems a little weird that they'd be buffing the damage of it, but maybe I was wrong and they don't do a ton of damage. I'll have to have a look there because it just seems weird that they were. I always thought they were one of the better damaging ones. But let's just have a look at what we have here. So DPS. Okay, so yeah, they could use a little, but monks were up there. Monks do great DPS. It's insane, but they're still the lowest IO out of everyone. So nerfing them 3.1% popularity, and then you're buffing the protection warrior, which just seemed a little weird to me. Unless you're really going to do something like they need another utility button or something. Maybe a little more sustained healing. I don't know. They just should be interesting anyway. Should be interesting. The the nerf is gonna hurt though, because that was quite a bit on the damage for the monk. Unfortunately. So monk is getting nerfed. The rest are Prot Warriors getting buffed, and Prot Warriors are already one of the highest run tank. Like their score for IO is 8 already. They're the second highest tank for IO, which is insane. Just didn't make sense there to me. But hey, I'm not the developer, so I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of spell reflect in this one. I don't main the Prot Warrior. I've played it a bunch, but it's not one of my favorite tanks by any means. That does wrap it up, though. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know what your thoughts are on the Vengeance Demon Hunter nerf to see if it's going to be enough that other tanks will catch up to it. See you in the next video.